My next two guests are here to help bring laughter and joy to children with cancer or serious illness. Through year-round programs in pediatric hospitals, in local communities, and at medically supported overnight camp, children's charity Campfire Circle offers kids the opportunity to be kids again. I'd like to welcome Senior Development Officer of Events, Ashley Dykun, and rider and supporter, Rollo. Ashley, tell me about Campfire Circle.
Hi, so great to be here. Campfire Circle for over 40 years has been supporting kids with cancer or serious illness and their families all across Ontario. We partner with all the major children's hospitals throughout the province, and we are meeting our campers on the same day that they are diagnosed. So really being able to bring that intentional play-based programming directly to the bedside of our campers. We have two medically supported overnight camps, one in Rainbow Lake and one in Muskoka. And what sets us apart across from any other camp, we are the only camp in Canada who's able to provide on-site IV chemotherapy and blood transfusions. So this means we can bring some really sick kids to camp where they're able to get their chemo done in the morning, and then by afternoon they are on the accessible high ropes course, they are swimming in the lake, they are trying water skiing for the first time. So really being able to build friendships, they can challenge themselves, have that sense of social connectedness, and build the resiliency amongst our programs.
Which is so important for all children, and it's incredible that you're able to do this. And I know, being able to provide such an incredible experience, you're not able to do that alone and rely on community support. One of those ways is through the Tour de Epicure. So tell me about the event and what you have planned.
Yes, we are really excited for this. So Tour de Epicure is taking place on Saturday, June 21st, right here in Niagara. This is a one-day fully supported cycling event where up to 100 riders will choose between a 50K route or a 100-kilometer route. That's going to start and stop at Jackson Triggs Winery. The riders will be stopping at local wineries on the route, and then we will come together for the day with a camp-inspired dinner and a VIP concert with Sam Roberts Band.
Oh, that sounds like such an incredible day. And Del, you have been involved since the very start. You're not only a rider leader, but you also helped to found the event back in 2016. So why did you decide to start this event, and why Campfire Circle?
Well, a good friend of mine, Andrew Howard, who was my boss, believe it or not, at the time. He was, Del, you got to get on a bicycle and start doing stuff. And he also, had a family that was impacted by cancer and so on. And we just started sort of spitballing, what are the different ideas that we could do. And he had done some rides involving children's cancer, and we came up with this idea of, spending a day in wine country. I mean, how awesome is that? Raising money, cycling, and then when we met with the folks from the Rainbow Lake camp, and it just made perfect sense. I grew up as a kid who went to camp. Every kid should go through that, have the opportunity, and this whole notion of what they're doing is so incredibly special. So it made perfect sense, and we've raised a lot of money for the camp so far.
No kidding. And there's a 50-kilometer route and a 100-kilometer route. Which one are you going to be riding this year?
Well, I've done a lot. I've done a number of the 100-kilometer ones, but I think I've had too many s'mores by the campfire. So this year will be the 50 kilometers. So,
okay. Yeah. And what's the difference between the two routes? What can folks expect along the way, Ashley?
Yeah. So our riders who are doing a 50K route will go through. We'll have a stop for lunch, and then another one hydration stop for a winery. Our 100K route is going through the scenic, the vineyard areas with Jackson Triggs all the way to Jordan and back. So they'll have just a few more stops at some wineries, including the Shiny in Enniskillen and Creekside. So really excited to embrace all the beauty of the region, supporting Campfire Circle.
Yeah. What would you tell others who are considering joining the ride? What can they expect, and why should people participate?
Well, first and foremost, don't be scared of 50 or 100 kilometers. 50 kilometers is actually relatively easy to do for anyone who knows how to ride a bike. You can get through that. We have different groups that go out, whether it's a faster group or a slower group, and they've got support cars and all that kind of stuff. And it's not a race. So even if you can't finish the 50 kilometers, we'll make sure you still have a good time and have a lot of fun. And yeah, you can expect some amazing people. All the people who do these rides, I mean, it just blows my mind how kind, generous, fun. They come from all over the place. They all have different histories and stories. You have people who work in the music industry all the way through to people who are, bankers. And then also some of the actual campers do the ride. So last year, as I'm going up one of the hills and I'm like, oh my God, this is hard. And you have one of the campers passing you as you go up, you're like, no, I can do this. I can make it to the top of this hill, right? It becomes pretty easy. And you meet the families sometimes at the finish line. And then the most important thing is raising money for these folks. So I think it's just such an amazing experience.
Oh, incredible. Where can people go to get more information for this amazing event that is an all-day event with an incredible concert at the end? So tell us where we can go for more info.
Yes, so to learn more, to register, to donate, encourage everyone to visit campfirecircle.org. We have an ambitious fundraising goal of raising $150,000, and these critical funds will be supporting Rainbow Lake.
Excellent.
So would love to see everyone come out on the 21st.
Of course.
So visit campfirecircle.org.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
It was great having you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.